Hi guys, my name is Christine, and today I'm talking about how to make the time for your side hustle when you are employed, so when you are actually working. So basically, you have a job already, you're in the rat race, you have a 9 to 5. So, how can you make time then for your side hustle? If you have one, right? So I'm guessing that you do if you found a video like this. So you have something on the side. It may be a hobby that you're trying to monetize. It may be a YouTube channel that you're trying to make successful and bring in some ad revenue. You might have an online shop. You might have an Etsy or something like that. You might have a blog that you're hoping to monetize. It might be the case that you have online courses that that you really love to put out there, or perhaps you'd really like to be a coach like what I am, and you'd love to coach people from all over the world and help them with their personal issues or their business issues, whatever it may be, right? Let's say that's you. So you also have a 9 to 5, which obviously takes up a lot of your time. So how can you make time then for your business? How can you make time for this side hustle of yours? So hopefully one day that you can just solely focus on your side hustle and no longer have to do your 9 to 5. So the best way that I've personally found in my experience is you have to kind of think about how uncomfortable you are in your job, whatever your job might be. Like, you might not really enjoy what you're doing. You would rather be doing your side hustle, right? So you kind of need to really focus on that kind of thing to drive you. Especially if but it may be the case that you have a lot of things that you want to do. Like, let's say your 9 to 5, it has a bit of a window. Like, you can't really, has a ceiling on it rather, and you can't really, get past that pay or something. Like, it could be the fact that you can't really get promoted, you can't really get more money, you can't really progress, or it might be the case that you just don't want to progress in that career, right? And you'd rather be focusing on that. You'd rather be focusing on your 9 to 5, and you want to become like a millionaire, or you just want to be much more wealthy, basically, than what you are now, and you can't really do that because of your 9 to 5. So you kind of have to think about that. Like, think about, okay, well, I want more money. Like, I want to have more abundance in my life. I need to focus on that because, it might be the case that you enjoy your job, but there's just not enough money involved, right? So what you need to then do then is you need to, like, really get hold of how you feel about that, because that's something that really, really motivates me. Like, I really, really, really want to have, financial abundance and stuff like that. What a lot of people do when they start making their own business and start, you want to be doing what you love, basically, essentially, right? So if that's what you want to do, then you have to really hone in on that feeling. You have to kind of become desperate and urgent for it, right? And I made a video recently about motivation and basically how to stop procrastinating, that kind of thing. So I highly recommend that you watch that video, because I go into more detail about getting this sense of urgency, because a lot of people, when they get home from work and stuff like that, they don't have much energy left. They feel really drained. So it's going to take a lot more for you to actually work on your goals, work on your side business, work on your side hustle after you finish work or before, which can be difficult when you're tired, because when you wake up earlier, let's say you've got an extra hour in the morning, so you don't feel drained, basically. So you might have to work on it first thing in the morning where you might be tired, or you might have to work on it when you get home when you might be tired, right? So you need to find something inside of you to push you through. So that video will help you with that. So I highly recommend that you watch that and then come back to this video, okay? So the best advice that I can give you, right? The best advice that I can give you is to find time when you can find time, right? And the important thing about that is trusting your instincts. So if you have a moment when you're not at work and you think, you have this instinct that, I should be working on my side hustle now, right? You know when you should be working on your side hustle. Trust it. Trust your instincts, right? Trust it. Do whatever it takes, basically, to get you to do that thing, whatever it is that you may be doing. If it's writing, then you need to write. If it's a blog, then you need to do a blog post. If it's a YouTube channel, then you need to upload a video. You know when you need to be doing it. You know when those times are in your day where you're thinking, oh, I could be working on my side hustle right now. I could be creating something right now for my business. I could be making some art. Whatever it may be for you, right? For you. So trust your gut. Trust your gut when that kind of feeling happens, when that thought pops in, like, I should be working on my side hustle right now. That's when you need to act, right? You know those times, okay? So it might be the case that if you're in a relationship, you may need to talk to your spouse about it. Like, you need to tell them, like, look, I need more time for my side hustle, for my passion project, you know. And you can explain to them, look, you can say, like, look, there's only so much that my 9 to 5 can bring in for me, but I think, like, if I work on this, it will give us an opportunity to have a much more abundant lifestyle, not right now, but in the future, right? You know, what I need from you is I just need you to give me like a couple of hours where I can work on this, because you might feel guilty, because you probably will. You probably feel guilty if you know, are working on your business, and maybe both you and your spouse or your partner, whoever you're in a relationship with, have both been at work or been doing something during the day, and there's only so much time left then you have together. But if you explain to them and say, look, I know we don't have much time together as it is, whatever it may be, or I know we only have this amount of time together, but I'd really appreciate it if I just had an hour or two in the evenings or in the mornings where I can just work on this passion project of mine, because if I do this and I become successful at this, we might not have to work anymore, or I won't have to work anymore, or I'll be bringing in more money for us, or something like that, right? Because obviously with a business, there's like endless opportunities. There's no cap on how much money you can earn from your business, right? But there is obviously in your 9 to 5. So you need to explain that to them and say, like, we could have a better life potentially in the future, if not just another income stream. You know, even if it doesn't reach like $1 million a year or whatever it may be, it may still bring in extra income, right? Which you two very well may need for your family and for yourselves, right? Or it could be that you have parents that are old and you need to pay for them. You know, having extra revenue streams is really, really important, and it's so easy to do. I say easy because there's so many ways you can do it. Like, you can set up a YouTube channel, you can make a blog, you could set up a business, you know, you could have like a shop on your website or something like that, selling some kind of product. You know, there's so many ways that you can actually do it. It could be like podcasting, whatever it may be, right? So there's loads and loads of different ways. Or an Etsy shop, there's Shopify, whatever. There's not, I can't even, there's so many different ways that I can't stop saying them to you because there's so many ways. It's important that you have as many of these as you possibly can, obviously all related to the thing that you want to do, because you don't want to burn the candle at both ends. But you need to explain that to them and say, look, multiple income streams will help us, right? So I just need a little bit of time, just a couple of hours a day or whatever it may be. It might be that you can only squeeze in a couple of hours a week to do this, right? So we can have more income coming in, so we can be more wealthy, so we can be more happy, and who knows, maybe one day it will really take off and we'll be wealthy beyond our dreams. It could be something like that. So you need to talk to your spouse about it, especially if they're a little bit dubious, especially if they really do appreciate you and love you so much that they want to spend so much time with you, right? So you need to explain it to them, okay? If you have people in your life that you feel guilty of leaving because you know, they want to spend time with you, but you need to work on your passion project as well as your 9 to 5. Okay, so I can understand how frustrating something like that can be. But also, you know, you need to take time to rest. Like, you don't want to burn the candle at both ends, right? You don't have to be Elon Musk. Now, because everyone's different, right? You might be one of these people that just needs a bit more sleep, but I'm one of those people, right? I need more sleep than what my wife does. She, you know, could probably live off just having like about maybe 5 to 6 hours, whereas I need somewhere between 6 to 7 hours sleep. Right? So, you know, Elon Musk is clearly someone that, you know, doesn't need as much sleep as everyone else does. He's probably a little bit more like my wife, who needs you can live off a lot less sleep. But, you know, you might not be that kind of person. But then again, you might be. But don't expect yourself to be pushing those like 16 to 18 hour days, right? Or something like that, because you might not be able to do it. That might not be good for you. But so you need to be very aware of who you are and what you can do. You might very well be able to work 16 to 18 hours a day, and that's fine. You can do that. But a lot of people can't do that kind of thing because of their body is just so different, right? But take time to rest. You don't have to be going at it really, really hard, but you know, like as in time frame, obviously. Like, you don't have to be working like 6 hours after you finish your 9 to 5 or something like that, or whatever it may be, right? You don't have to be doing that kind of thing. It could be just squeezing in an hour every day, or 2 hours, right? Or it could be just 2 hours on the weekend. Who knows? I don't know what your personal life experiences are, but you squeeze the time in when you can, and you will know when that time is, because your brain will be like, I should be working on my side hustle right now. or you'll get that instinct. You'll know that's when you should be doing it. You're like, oh yeah, I have a couple of hours on my own. I should really be working on my side business. You'll get that, okay? You'll get that instinct. Trust it and act on it. Again, I'm going to refer back to that video. Go and watch that video I suggested earlier. Please, if you haven't done so already, you need to watch that video, because I explain to you why you need this a good motivation technique, so you can, create that sense of urgency within yourself, so you can take action and not procrastinate. Okay? And the last thing I kind of want to talk about is don't be too hard on yourself, okay? Don't beat yourself up if you have a lie-in and you feel like, oh no, I should have been working on my business. Like, if the time's gone, there's nothing you can do. Don't beat yourself up about the time that you've procrastinated on. Obviously, try not to do it again, but don't beat yourself up, okay? Because that's just gonna, again, it's like another, like, burning the candle at both ends. Obviously, you need to be self-disciplined and self-motivated and have drive. But if you procrastinate, if you need an extra hour sleep or whatever it may be, then don't beat yourself up a bit about it. Don't beat yourself up about lost time, because lost time is gone. You're never going to get it back. So don't beat yourself up about the time that's gone. Focus on what you can do now, okay? Even if it's just something small, even if it's only something you can do for 15 minutes, okay? Even if it's, that's still better than nothing. If 15 minutes is better than 0, okay? And so just focus on that. Try not to beat yourself up about it. And just try your best, basically, and trust your instincts. When your body says to you, when your mind says, oh, I have this amount of time, I should be working on my side business, do it. Take the time. Especially if you don't want to be in your 9 to 5 anymore, or whatever it may be, right? Especially, or it might be just, you do want to be in it, but you need extra income from something, right? Just think about that, okay? So thank you so much for watching, and I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye.